All right, Bassmaster La Crosse, day one. Gonna be an exciting day. There's lots of fish here to catch. Didn't find any big ones in practice, but I found groups of them in certain spots. So y'all stay tuned and watch the action. Starting the morning off, throwing a frog. There's a little current seam here that goes back behind the vegetation. I found some fish in practice. Let's see what happens. Not a real big fish, but this is my second one of the day. Didn't get the first one on camera, but gets the confidence going early. It's still in that same little current seam, just moves a little closer to the vegetation. You'll see the stability of the autopilot right here. Oh, yeah. 13-incher, that ain't gonna help us today, but it's at least a start. This was a flat that had some current running through it as well. Boats really couldn't push into this. Found a lot of fish here in practice. Visited it several times on day one. You'll hear me say, be a bass, be a bass. You know, there's lots of pike. There's lots of trash fish in La Crosse. Different species. You hook up, you just never know what you're going to get. Luckily for me, it was a bass, and I struggle here, but we eventually win the battle. Right there. There we go, baby. Hey. Had to tease them up. That's a good one for this damn lake right here. Shit. 50-pound braid, duck it heavy. That's what you do. Man, it's not that big of a fish. Show blew up like it was though. Not bad for La Crosse though, not bad. All right, come on baby, let's go G. Pep yourself up like that sometimes. Sitting in the same spot here is just going to keep on throwing at him and see how many we can get out of here. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Come on. All right. Not a big one, but it's number 4. We're slanging on him. Slanging on him. Sitting in that same flat, I've just pushed a little further back, wanting to switch it up on them, pick up the buzz bait and give it a throw. Working the same flat, just pushed a little further back. Cold, baby. There we go. Still not a big one, but all right. Well, we got rid of one of the 13s. I'm getting out of here. Stay up on big fish. Tournament fishing heartbreak right there. That was a giant fish for La Crosse. Move north to the Onalaska Spillway. This is a community hole. It's known to have fish. I've fished here in 2018 and done well. I go up here and see what I can pick away at. This fish didn't help, but the battery died shortly after, and well, 3 casts later, you're gonna see what I hooked up with. All right, baby, giant smallmouth, 19 1/4. Never caught one this big in a tournament. Let's go. A 6-pound line and an Ike mini flipping jig. Man, that was a battle. Biggest smallmouth I caught in a tournament. Put this clip in here just to show off how versatile the autopilot is and how stable it is. I'm standing on the very tip of this thing. I weigh about 189 or so. I'm telling you, you can do a lot of things with the autopilot. And the guy that won the tournament, he was in an autopilot. At this point, I've gone back to the flats I fished early in the morning. Well, the old bowfin had my heart beating for just a second. That ain't going to help us. I finally get it off and get back to fishing. I had found a pretty solid punch and bite around areas that had current and lily pads. Wasn't as hot in the event, but I did find one here. Back to the spillway, just trying to get a few coals at the end of the day here. That one couldn't help us, but we're going to stick with it, keep throwing that Ike mini flipping jig. I get a little excited here. I tell you, this fish looked a lot bigger when it came by the kayak. It is still a good fish, and it is going to help us, and it was a battle.
Yeah, we needed that. It's a huge coal right there. Huge coal.
That last fish was the last coal of the day. You'll see I pick away at another one up at the spillway. All those fish I was catching at the spillway, I caught on the Ike mini flipping jig, and I had that with a tiny Paca crawl trailer, and you'll see those here in a second. I took a little snippet for folks to see those. They were in the green pumpkin, and then I rotated through 3 different frogs, white, green, and black, as you see here. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and look out for day 2 coming soon.